All right, kids, we'll get it kicked off. I'm not sure where Joe is. First off, I'd like to thank everybody that showed up, made our show another success. Without you guys and the vendors and everybody came out, this doesn't happen. So we greatly appreciate it. We will be back here again next year, and I think it's till 26. Do we have the dates for next year? I think it's October 11th.
It's going to be in October, but I don't have dates yet.
Okay, mid-October. I believe it's the second weekend of October. It'll be posted on our Facebook and website pages, but we will be here again next year. We'll get into it. We'll give it a couple minutes for Joe to show up. I think Joe wants to say a few things. He's the president of the IPMS Orlando group. Okay, guys, for those of you who don't know, this is Joe Ciprian. He's the president of IPMS Orlando. A few quick words from our illustrious president.
Hi, guys. I thank you. I thank you very much for coming. Wherever the Greek is, I hear him somewhere. Okay, he's there. He's coming. So thank you very much for coming. I think it was one of the better Modelpaloozas we've had. Thank you to all the vendors. Because of you, we'll be able to pay the final bill here. But we're growing. We've got 2 more years on our current contract, and then we're going to have to negotiate. We're hoping that we can really make a good deal, and we might, for 26, we hope we might even have to expand and change the setup a little differently. We've got another room still back behind us that we might have to go to for something. But the turnout was wonderful. Some really great models out there on the tables. So with that said, let's get on with the fun.
All right, first off, we're going to get into the juniors. If you look around the room, none of us are getting younger. So we need some young blood to come into this hobby and keep it going, especially with all the wonderful kits that the manufacturers have been putting out over the years. So in the juniors category, we had 5 entrants that we'd like to recognize at this time. First is If I screw up names today, don't hold it against me, I'll call you John Smith. Gavin DeZong had Gundam models. If Gavin is here, come on up for an award. Next is Apollo Pardini for Monopoly Jailbreaker. We had Miles Becker for Sci-Fi models. Next was Alon Calmanero for Breaking the Road. Is that Apollo? And last was Maria Camilla for the Vice Apocalypse. Our first category is armor. We're going to be calling up the bronze award winners. Chuck Davis for a 135th M142 HIMARS. Colin Kessel for a 135th scale armor. Eddie Rounds for a 1/16th Hobby Boss Tiger. Gary Hatley for a 135th Merkava.
take it down there.
Okay. George Ellis for a 135th M1070 Het and M1000 trailer.
They never paid me in full for that.
J. Peter Sin for a 135th British Army M3 Grant M1 tank, M31 tank. I don't know if I have a last name here. Kyle Dembesti for a 135th M41 Walker. Matt Bartlett for a 172nd British 25-pounder with Morris truck. Mike Hirsch for a 148th Tamaya Sherman Firefly. Robert Baldo for 135th XM 706E. Robert Zanini, 116th Trumpeter Panther G late. And Zach Hudson for 135th Semaventi. Those are your bronze awards winners. Moving on to silver. Assad Bagash for a 135th Trumpeter Sam 6. Dave Bridges for 135th KV21 Trumpeter kit. Don Martin, 135th K4386 Typhoon. Jason Greneau for a 148 scale M1A2 Abrams. Joseph Marrero for 135th U.S. Army M41 Walker Bulldog. Luis Perez for a 135th Tiger 1 tank with battle scars. Mark McGuire for a 148th Suyata T90. Robert DeMaio, 135th Trumpeter Soviet S51.
There you go.
Steve Mitchell for 135th Sherman M4A3. Tom Bagaki, 135th Dragon T26E3. And our final silver goes to Brent Benor for 116th Anzer Africa Corps.
No, I thought Chris. Thank you.
Moving on to the golds and armor category. Our first gold goes to Bill Cruz for 124th scale Jad Panther G1 early. For the golds, we will be putting a photograph of the actual model up on the screen.
Good job, man. We took pictures of
I think this guy, the next person might have left. It's Dan Davidson for a 135 Jeep Houston kid. We couldn't find the kid on the table, so okay. We thought so. It's MIA. Jack Bowles for a 135th M1234 Max Pro Plus.
I know.
You look like a guy named Jack. Jack Legray, 135th Kenyon AML 60. Okay. Michael Turner, 148th M1A2 Abrams.
Yes. Sir, congrats. Turn over your man.
Paul Mitzel for 135th Willie Jeep, who may or may not be here. No? All right. Our final gold in the armor category went to Robert Kempinski for 135th St. Shimon tank. Aircraft is next, a very heavy entered category. We'll try and bang through this real quick. Our bronze winners in aircraft this year were Ash Adams for a 132nd F4U4. Damian Spots for a 1288th Pan Am Boeing 727. J. Peter Singh for a 172nd Yonkers JU-52. Paul Burgess for a 148th Lockheed P-38. I believe he's missing. Ronald Brown for a 148th FMA 1A F8 Pucara. Tom Hartline for 148th B-25C. Final bronze in our aircraft goes to Trong Lee for 172nd Russian Aggressors. Moving on to our silver winners, Adalberto Luciano for 148th Academy CH-46D. Adam Johnson for 148th Lindbergh MiG-19. Our good friend Assad for 172nd Airfix B-17G. Ben Pardini for 148th Tamaya KI-84. Bill Cruz, 116th Tacom TA-330. 330. Bob Lundeen, 148th Hobby Boss A6A Intruder. Chuck Davis, 148th Monogram Hawker Hurricane. Dale Stanek, 172nd Hispano Aviacion HA-1112M. Dan Davidson, 148 scale Bearcat. David Prince for a 148th Brewster Buffalo. Dean Tomlinson, 148 ME 410. Don Martin, 172nd Saab Gripen. Frank Lewis, 148 Tamiya F-35A Lightning. Halbert Atkinson, 172nd F4J. Joe Savicki, 148th Newport 17 Collection. Okay, yeah, it's right before us. Oh, there's Hal. You just walked in.
I guess.
Kyle Dembesti, 148 F84 Thunder Street. Luis Perez, a 135th Little Bird Night Stalker. Mark Palmer, 148 Tamiya F14A. Mary Jones, a 172nd Hellcat. Matt Bartlett, 172nd WE1 German Blue Max. Mir Israel, a Shibi style F-18A. Mike Hirsch, a 172nd Sikorsky H-34. Nicholas Cruz, a 172nd Airfix Bristol Bowfighter. The final silver in aircraft category goes to Robert DeMayo for a 132nd scale Revell Mk2B Hawker Hurricane. Our gold award winners in aircraft: Danny Vasquez for 148th Tamiya F4B Phantom. Frederick Seitz, 148th Tamiya J1N1 Night Fighter. Jose Gonzalez for a 148 Tamiya P38F. I think he's missing in action.
I think so.
Okay. Mark McGuire for a 148 Hobby Boss KA27. Rick Reinert, 148 scale wingnut World War I aircraft. Our last gold award winner in aircraft goes to Tom Williams for 148 ME 110.
Nice hair.
Our next category will be dioramas. Bronze award winners go to Brad Nistaika, 1/350th Mercury 9. Chuck Davis for a Toon Tank M26 Pershing. Dan Davidson, 1/48th P40. Joseph Marrero for a 1/144th Star Wars Partisan Base. Mark Silver for Killer Bee. Robert Baldo for a 1/72nd Vulcan 4 attack bomber. Rob Kempensky, 1/72nd and 1/144th Target of Opportunity. Steve Dubbs, 1/6 Made for Each Other. And the final bronze award winner is Tony LaMalfa for a 28mm At Dawn They Sleep. Silver award winners go to Cesar Rivera for 135th Iraqi Insurgent Pickup Truck. Dave Wallace for a diorama with Pig Cow, Mechanic, and Warhammer figure. Jason Greneau for a 135th Well, Do You Want a Drink? Jim James, 1/48th Sticky Walker. And our last silver goes to Jose Colmenero for a Nawada. Gold award winners in dioramas. Tim Lilly for a 1/6 scale scratch built 428. Dave Bridges, 1/35th scale Hunter and Prey, Panther tank. And the final gold award winner goes to James Cox for 135th Helen Heroes. Moving on to Nautical, bronze award winners, Tom Bagaki for 1/350th Trumpeter USS Sullivans. Mark Alcas, 1/350th USS Enterprise. And Ralph Lund for 1/250th German Navy Supply Vessel. Silver award winners, Joseph Marrero, 1/72nd U-Boat. Kyle Denbesti, 1/144th scale U-Boat. Bill Cruz, 1/6 700 scale Russian submarine. Mike Hirsch, 172nd scale Airfix Higgins boat. Dave Keene for a 1/700th USS Constitution. Gold Award winners in Nautical. Stephen Mitchell for a 1/350th Admiral Hipper. And Don Martin for 1/72nd Japanese Shinkai Manned Research Deep Sea Submersible. Our next category is Automotive. Bronze Award winners. Riva Medina for a 1/25th Lightning McQueen. Luis Jimenez for a 1/25th Mercedes MG. Jim James for a 1/35th The Batmobile. 2022. Bill Emerson, a 1/24th scale tribute to Tweety. Dale Stanek, 1/25th Chrysler 1959 Imperial. And Tom Bagaki for 1/25th 1930 Packard Boattail Speedster. Silver Award winners, Jim Shoemaker for 1/20th Tyrrell P-34. All right, this name. Shipwreck Kuprian for a 1/25th Batmobile, 1966 Batman and Robin. Glenn Sennett, 1/25th Kyle Petty, 42 Pete Car. John Ashland, 1/24th Foose Designs Ford FD100. David Keene, a 1/43rd scale Riley Scott Olds, 1998 Daytona winner. John Claver, 1/25th Tractor Crane. Aaron Lance for a 1/25th 370Z. Doug Stanek for a 1/24th Revell Land Rover. Robert Danini, a 1/8 Poacher 1935 Mercedes 500K. Robert Cinco, 1/24th Lindbergh Chrysler Atlantic Show Car. Tony Hobbs, 1/25th AMT 70.5 Camaro Z28. Some punk with a microphone for a Mercedes 500 SC. I gotta dig deeper. Even as the head judge, I can't get gold. I need better friends. Last silver goes to Damian Spots for a 125th Back to the Future DeLorean. Gold Award winners in Automotive. Bernardo Mangual for a 125th Dodge 50th Anniversary Jigs. Glenn Kaiser for a wonderfully done 125th AMT 71 Duster 340. Rick Osment for a Corvette C6R. You guys in cars did some wonderful work this year. Made it very tough. Luis Perez for a 124th Pagani Huron. Brad Wyert for a 1951 Chevy Bel Air. And our last gold award winner goes to Chris Meacham for a 125th scale Ferrari 250 GTO. Our next category is figures. Bronze award winners, Bill Cruz for a 1/4 Dwight D. Eisenhower. Frank Fernandez for a 1/8 Voldo. Jim James for a 148 Go Back with Sand Trooper. Kyle Denbesti for a 1/9 Xenomorph. Mark Silver for a Chinese Dragon. Michael Turner, 1/12 Mobius Monsters of the Movies, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Shipwreck Kuprian for a 1989 Batman made of resin and painted black parts. Stephen Vermeil for 1/8 Mobius Bellringer, Hunchback of Notre Dame. And our final bronze award winner is Tom Bagaki for a Wounded Confederate Soldier. Silver award winners in bronze. Anthony Knifnick, who's not here but does great work. His model was "They Shall Not Grow Old." Good job. Next is Brad Nastakia, 132nd Dragon Slayer. Brent Benor for a 1/16th SS Calvary. Colin Kessel for a 135th SS Winter Soldier. We do have some kids building models. Excellent.
We do. Turn around, take a picture. We have a few
Great job.
Battery.
Thank you, Chris.
Don Martin for a Panzer Grenadier. Grace Foley for a 3/4 Vulture Worm. Jonathan Young for a 40K Gray Knight Interceptor. Sorry, the mic's broke.
Uh-oh, gotta get into the stash.
Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
keep on going.
Try that. Say something. Say something.
All right, can you hear me? Testing, testing?
Yeah, it worked.
All right, there we go. All right. Jonathan Young for a 40K Gray Knight Interceptor. Jose Colmenero for a Silvante. Mark Worthling for a Bram Stoker Tribute Bust. Nicholas Cruz for a 28mm Warhammer Remus Ventranus. Nicholas Smith for a Captain Carter.
Yeah, I know, we lost it. We lost one channel.
Robert Kapinski for a 124th Sharon. Our last silver goes to Tony Lamafa for a 1/8 Bang. Gold Award winners in figures, Dan Foley for a 1/10 Planetary Scout Susie.
He's running. He's running. He's coming.
Eric Gonzalez for a 1950 Frankenstein. Gregory Bowman for a 54mm Anatolian Infantryman's 13th Century. James Cox, 1/8 God of War Bust. Miguel Navas for a 1/16 Erwin Rommel. Tim Lilly for a 28mm collection. Those are your award winners in the figures category. Moving on to miscellaneous. 1 bronze goes to Shipwreck Kuprian for a 1982 G.I. Joe Vamp Jeep. Silver award winners, Chuck Davis for a World War II's Sturmpanzer. Jose Colmenero for Trees. Rochier Dizon for a 132nd scratch-built service cart and tractor. Tom Bagaki for a Revell Masterpiece Model Medicine Wagon. Moving on to our Gold Award winners in miscellaneous. Don Martin for 135th Dutch Fails Goalkeeper. Doug Stanek for 1/6 AMT Chevy Small Block. Stephen Mitchell for 1/12 Clever Girl. Tim Lilly for Stagecoach. And our final gold goes to Rolando Gutierrez for Blade Runner Blaster. Sci-Fi Real Space, Gundam, and Mecha are next. Bronze Award winners, David Keane for 1/144th scale Bandai X-Wing Fighters. George Ellis, 1/72nd Star Wars TIE Striker. Jim James, 156th Boeing IM-99. Lonnie Misner for Trade Federation Tank. Robert Baldo, 1/350th USS Enterprise. Okay. Rochi Dizan for an MG Shalom Gundam Endless Waltz. And our last bronze goes to Thomas Hartline for 2001 A Space Odyssey Space Station. Silver Award winners, Adam Johnson for Alien Attacker from 1954 movie Robinson Crusoe on Mars. Brad Nastakia for 1/72nd Eagle 4. Cesar Rivera, 1/144th Millennium Falcon. Chuck Davis, 1/32nd BSG Colonial Raptor. Chuck Sackett, 1/6 Special Weapons. Dave Wallace, 1144th Nautilus. Don Martin, 135th Kaiserkopf Schnitzel Blitzen. Eric Gonzalez, 172nd Starfleet Tug. Frank Fernandez, Siegfried. Jose Calmanero, 1100th Sinanjo. Joseph Mallon, 1350 of 2001 A Space Odyssey Orion 3. Joseph Marrero, 172nd Star Wars X-Wing Starfighter. Kenneth Leichman for a 1400th Gundam F-90. Mark Silver for a 1100th RB-79K. Mir Israel, 172nd Phoenix Squadron RZ-1A Wing. Richard Graham, 172nd UFO from the Invaders TV series. Steve Dubbs, 1/4 Drone 3. Tim Lilly for an ARX-7. I'm sorry, sir, you've exceeded the number of awards you can win.
Yes, for the next 5 years.
You'll have to check your baggage below. Our last silver goes to Tom Bagnacki for a AMT Corporate Alliance Droid Antenna. You guys aren't allowed to sit near each other. Moving on to the golds in sci-fi. Anthony's not with us today. He is working or something. Anthony Knifnick for a 172nd Imperial Probe Droid. Ash Adams for a 172nd X-Wing Red 3.
Is he over his limit too? You know you're getting real close to a master modeler. Talk to Mr. Tim there.
You're sitting in the right side of the building. Osmosis. Colin Kessel, 148th Bandai ATST.
Future Mr. Liddy.
Aaron Lance for a Tiger mobile suit. Kyle Denbesti, 172nd A-Wing. Mary Jones, I don't think is with us. Mary Jones for a U-boot. Nicholas Cruz for a 1144th Bandai HG Zaku.
Just make the announcement to all our members that we're gonna get an additional 10% off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, IPMS members.
This is the Hobby Town in Sanford. This is the original owner who's back. And you want to say a quick word or?
You gonna
Okay.
plug it? No. Just come and see him.
Come up and visit him. We need hobby shops. Keep them grunting.
50% off? In Sanford, right?
Yeah, it's up in Sanford, 1792 by Lake Mary in the Walmart Plaza. Come visit.
Yes.
Nick Smith for a 1100 Gundam the original.
Is it out there?
It's out there.
We couldn't find it.
Oh, he-
Yeah, we couldn't find it.
Our last Golden winner goes to Stephen Mitchell for a 172nd A-Wing.
Please.
3D printed models. Bronze Award winners. Dan Foley, 1/24th scale post-Olympic robot. Calvin Vesti for Shakachobo. Michael Diaz for 1/24th and Morton Jones Gigahorse. Or Mark Worthling.
Yeah. Someone.
Oh, speaking of Mark Worthling, the Polywog. That's a Silver Award winner.
We might as well get him out of the way.
Yeah.
You can go home now.
Nicholas Smith, 1/16th Green Lantern. And our final silver goes to Robert Kempinski for a 1/10th Rom Centurion. I apologize in advance to Jan Bildezuitz for the Phantom Rider Gold Award winner. Luis Perez for a 1/24th 1932 Hot Rod Pickup. Richard Spinks for a Disney Haunted Mansion. I know why Tim sits up in the front. Tim Lilly for a 75mm Lizard Lady. Our final category before we go into the best ofs is the Kitbash category. We had 3 silvers. The first one goes to Tom Bagaki for an Area 51 UFO. Frank Fernandez for a Max 2 D2. Rochi Dizam for a USA Gundam Store Apex kit. All right, real quick, we're going to go back around and start again with best armor. These best ofs are chosen from the Gold Award winners. And this year's best armor goes to Jack Bowles for his 135th M1234 Max Pro class.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You can put it on behalf of. I'll put
Takes
it-
everything.
Yeah.
Paste his face on
Our best aircraft winner, Mark McGuire for his Hobby Boss KA-27. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on
Get in here. Where you
down.
at?
You're the next contestant. Who wants the best one? Best diorama goes to our frequent flyer, Tim Lilly, for 1/6 scratch built 428. Our best Nautical Award winner goes to Don Martin for the 172nd Japanese Shinkai Man Research Special. Best Automotive was not by any stretch of an imagination an easy choice, but we came down to the 125th scale Ferrari 250 GTO from Chris Meacham. Figures, best of, was Dan Foley for the 110th Planetary Scout Susie. Best Miscellaneous Award goes to Tim Lilly for Stagecoach. Our Best Sci-Fi Award goes to Aaron Lance for the Tiger mobile suit. Our final category, Best of, for 3D printed in Kitbash, goes to Luis Perez for the 124th 1933 Hot Rod pickup truck. All right, we're down to the two big ones. And those of you that are in clubs, stay close. So the final award, Best of Show. And again, if it's not bad enough trying to pick best of categories, this one really gets tricky. But it came down to Chris Meacham and his 125th Ferrari 250 GTO. A final award is the Modelpalooza Shootout Champions Award. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with this, we came up with this idea a couple years ago. Pam's and Pelican have won it. It's basically those of you in clubs, or multiple clubs, if any of you have won an award, we're going to take a survey and raise your hand if you won anything. If you won anything, silver, gold, or bronze. If you won an award when we call out the club that you're affiliated with.
Be honest.
Yeah, only one hand per person.
Yeah, only one hand. We'll be watching closely.
And you
So
didn't pay enough.
the 2021 winners were Pam. So if anybody here is representing Pam's and won a gold, silver, or bronze, raise your hand.
I didn't see that guy come up.
I see two.
I see 4.
I didn't see that guy come up.
Anybody else?
Anybody else from Pam's?
Yeah,
Want an
we're
award?
Canada.
Pam's?
4.
4. All right.
4. Four. No, it's only in here.
There's two out in the hallway.
You didn't pay enough. You didn't pay enough.
All right, in here.
Pam's.
Pam's?
Pam's won an award. Did you
Pam's,
win an award from Pam's?
Pam's award winners going
Raise
once.
your hand.
4. That's it.
Right here.
Going once.
Going twice.
Going twice.
4.
5.
5. 5.
And
5 from
anybody,
Pam's. All right.
the Pelicans won last year. Anybody representing the Pelicans who won a gold, silver, or bronze award? Pelicans.
Pelican.
Pelicans? Quack, quack.
No one called you.
We're going to go with IPMS Space Coast. Gold, silver, or bronze?
Space Coast.
Where's Rick Osman?
I got 4. All right, you put your hand up.
Yes.
5.
Where's Rick Osman?
5. I'm seeing 5. Going once. Space Coast.
Rick.
You won an award.
Rick Osman.
Hey, sit down, man. Sit down.
All right, twice. 5 twice.
5.
6. Is that a 6 back there or 5? All right, 5 it is.
Rob, you better be raising your hand.
Aaron for Pam's and makes it 6.
All right, Orlando.
All right. IPMS Orlando.
I won something.
Hey, you can't vote, John. No.
I'm in like 3 groups.
5, 6, 7.
I'm counting 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, he voted for space already.
I'm in like 3 groups.
9.
I'm spreading my love.
So I got 9 for Orlando. Going once, 9 Orlando, twice. 9 for Orlando.
Which other clubs are here?
Anybody from JaxCon?
Jackson.
Got 2 from JaxCon. Anybody else from JaxCon? Flight 19. Anybody from Flight 19? Uh-oh, we got a few Flight 19s.
Flight 19.
Got 4 back there.
How many?
There's 4 so far.
4. 4 for Flight 19.
4 for Flight 19.
All right, and Daytona.
Anybody from Daytona?
Daytona.
Got 1?
Daytona.
Only one.
Any other clubs?
Anybody
Any
here
other clubs?
representing an
Florida-
IPMS
Florida
club?
clubs. Florida clubs. What club? Ocala.
Ocala. Okay, Ocala.
How many? 1.
Just 1? 2? 2 Ocalas. 2.
Gainesville.
Oh, Gainesville. Okay, 1 Gainesville.
Any other clubs or Florida clubs? All the clubs here that won an award that we haven't called yet. That's it? All right. How many were 19? All right, so we got Pam 6, Pelican 1, Space Coast 5, Orlando 9, Jacksonville 2, Daytona 1, Flight 19 4, Ocala. Finally! Orlando! All right.
Joe, you need to build something so you can help defend it. You need to build something so you can help defend it now that we brought it back.
All right, that's it.
I need somebody to teach me.
Kids, thanks for coming. We'll see you next year, same place, similar bat time. Thanks a lot, everybody.